Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths and more particle cannon stuff because by gum I've got a lot of catching up to do with particle cannon stuff. So today we're talking about just three little ACB tricks that you can do with particle cannons to make them slightly more useful and interesting. And before we get started, I'd like to note that I have it on authority from people who know how to use the breadboard very well, that these kind of things that I'm about to show you is kind of hard to do with breadboard. That's what I've been told, and I've tried myself, I couldn't do it, so bear with me. If there is a way to bread this, do let me know, but today we're sticking with the ACBs because that's actually really straightforward. So, particle cannons, very versatile, numerous damage types, and multiple charge times. Oh, how do you decide what kind of damage and what kind of charge time they should have? Well, the good news is that you can change that with ACBs. So, here are some ACBs. So, the first one is to set the charge time depending on various things. And in this case, setting the charge time based on the target's volume is quite handy, because it means that big stuff, you can do a big shot, and with small, erratic stuff, you can do more rapid fire, so you actually just land shots on the thing and kill it quickly. So, because particle cannons do miss, unfortunately. They are hit scan, but they do have accuracy, and they do get thrown off by detection error and stuff like that. So small stuff, you want to fire more quick. Big stuff, you can get away with the more efficient, big, slow shots. So, let's do this. What we have here is 3 ACBs in a row, and this first one is activate at the volume of the enemy targeted on channel 1. That's weird, someone should fix that. Is between basically 0 to 2,500 meters cubed, so small stuff, and it sets the PAC charge time to 2. I would set it to 1, but this example particle cannon is kind of small, so a 1 second charge on this thing doesn't really do much damage. And then you got 2 more, which is set up the same way. I'll show you what it looks like inside the ACB itself. Just set charge time value 2, and here's the value right here. This one over here is then, if the volume of the enemy targeted on channel 1 is between 2,500 meters cubed to 10,000 meters cubed, it'll set the PAC charge time to 10 seconds. And then over here, if it's 10,000 meters cubed or bigger, it'll set the PAC charge time power to 20, which is max. Well, not quite max, it goes up to 30. So what that means is that depending on how big the target is, this particle cannon will change its rate of fire in order to better suit what it's shooting at, which is very neat. And this is just controlling all particle cannons because it doesn't have the search pattern thing here. You can name your particle cannons individually using block naming. So if we go here, you can go here, PAC 1, or I don't know, Steve, or something like that, and you can get different particle cannons on your craft to do different things according to different ACBs, which is jolly useful. And before we start shooting and stuff, I want you to show this second set of ACBs, which is quite handy and pairs with this one quite well. If there's an enemy whose health is within basically 99% or higher, the particle cannon type is set to EMP, because EMP is a good opening shot for a particle cannon because it disables detection, it disables shields, and it fries delicate stuff, which just makes the rest of the fight a lot easier. But you can't generally kill things that have good EMP proofing with only EMP. That's kind of difficult, so once you've knocked off enough EMP blocks, then you switch it to impact. So if there's no enemy whose health is within 99 to 100%, it'll set it to impact. And so what that means is that if we spawn in my favorite trio of stuff, I'm going to spawn in a flying squirrel. I'm going to spawn in, where is it? What do I want? Let's go here, spawn in Geiger, and where's the thing again? Where was it? What did I want? I think it was the Corsair. Nope, it wasn't. It was that thing, and then also... Damn it. I should edit this out when I'm lazy. Let's spawn in a Kalmar. Alright, so we've got 3 things which are... Wait a minute, how big is the Kalmar? Damn it. Kalmar's actually not that big. Curses. Curses. Actually, damn it. Whatever, you get the idea. So now we're aiming at the Kalmar, small shot, aiming at the squirrel, 2-second charge, and hopefully that means that we can do stuff. So there's an EMP shot, and you will see the damage numbers change, and sometimes the EMP is enough. And now, what the hell is that? So now we're on a 10-second charge, and as soon as... The Kalmar's a bit broken, by the way. Happy accident I spawned this fella in, because, I think someone needs to change it. Also, this does highlight a problem with this particular ACB setup, is that if the thing is kind of EMP resistant, it'll just take forever to properly destroy enough EMP stuff so the thing switches to impact. Which brings us to our alternate way of doing it, which is using timers. Also, the Kalmar, I would like to point out, let's see, where is it? It's got surge protectors buried in it somewhere, which are behind wood, so that's a kind of annoying. It's actually kind of neat in here. It looks cool. So yeah, that's going to take way too long. So now, let us show the alternate setup, which is based on timers. Both are valid. Both are totally valid. And so, what is this? This is just a single bank of ACBs, because while you can pair this with the first ACB setup I showed, which is changing the charge time based on the target's volume, in my little experiments I'm finding it's a little bit janky, and it requires a little bit of fiddling in order to get the thing to do what you want. So, changing the particle type based on a timer, it's a lot easier if the particle cannon just has a nice consistent timer. So in this case, it's 1.5 seconds, which works well because it doesn't quite fit into any one of these timers. So every 1 second it'll set it to EMP, every 2 seconds it'll set it to impact, and every 3 seconds it'll set it to explosive. It's not piercing because this kind of particle cannon doesn't generally do very well with piercing, and explosive is a little bit better in this specific instance. Explosive generally isn't great with particle cannons, but in this case, it's okay. So you'll notice every second it's changing from impact, EMP, explosive, EMP, impact, explosive, impact, EMP, explosive. So it's a kind of weird pattern. But yeah, so the priority here is set to -1, the priority here is set to 0, and the priority here is set to 1. So the explosive one has the highest priority because it has the slowest count, second highest priority because it's the second slowest count, and least priority because that activates the most often. So if we spawn in something like... Oh, let's spawn in the Kalmar again, why not? So you should see alternating damage numbers up there, or almost alternating. It never matches quite right. And if the darn thing fires in a weird way, then it just never does quite what you want it to. In this particular case, it's out of sync, and so it's not going to ever use explosive damage, which is annoying. So you might want to stick this to... Why are you... Oh, it's AI dead. Damn. So you might want to stick this... you might want to stick to just 2 damage types. So, in fact, let's do that. Let's do that right now. So it should be every 1 second. Impact, EMP, impact, EMP. Let's see if that works better. Should just be alternating between the 2. Impact, impact, EMP, EMP, impact, impact. So now what we're seeing here is we've got 2 shots EMP, 2 shots impact, so it is kind of alternating. So that works a lot better. Like, hey, I'm learning on camera. So this is just quite nice. and it's a way of like ensuring that you get like essentially a party mix particle cannon. Yeah, so it's like you use ACBs like with advanced cannons, you get a nice party mix of different damage types by using different shells. You can also swap shells out. Damn, that's weird. You can also swap shells out using ACBs or even breadboard. I believe you can do that. But with PACs, use ACBs and you can switch between damage types in a fairly straightforward manner. And like I said, you can use the block naming property to just change stuff like that. Damn, wow, AI dead already. I think I like this setup. I think I might actually like the timer better than the other thing. So yeah, that let's spawn in a huge swarm of squirrels because that's hilarious to shoot at. So yeah, that does it. That's basically it for this, using ACBs to swap particle cannon damage types. It's quite useful, I find. And certainly a way of avoiding getting your particle cannons countered by specific defenses, because Impact has trouble getting through real thick armor. EMP has trouble against EMP-proof stuff. Piercing, not much you can do against a very strong piercing pack, and explosive damage as well, just armor. Bearing in mind, packs don't really have hard counters, so damn, we're gonna need more squirrels. We're gonna need way more squirrels. 30 squirrels. That'll do nicely. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell.